Traveling Reds. White numbers, white letters. We are underway. Ennis wins the tip. And this is Sam Ashby. Here's Richardson making her 4th straight start. Good news tonight for the Tigers. Anaya James, who has missed the last 3 contests, is suited up. Not getting the start tonight, but she will see some action. Here is Heel, leading scorer for Santa Clara at over 16 points a game. Is starting 5 for Santa Clara, all underclassmen. Hill guarded tightly by Ashby. That's an Australian going up against an Australian. 4 Aussies on this Santa Clara team. Hudgens launches a 3, good box out by Ashby, goes behind the back. Ashby is the team's 2nd leading rebounder, averaging over 5 boards a contest. Araki picks the pocket. Can't finish, however, on the other end. Ashby ahead to Elliott. Well, that's a nice grab underneath. Tries to go reverse. It's an air ball. Here's Maldonado. She leads the team in assists. She sat out last year with an injury. Left-handed off the glass. You can see she wears that big knee brace on her left knee. 90 seconds in. Tigers still looking for their first points. Richardson's going to launch a 3. Hudgens comes away quickly into the front court. Baseline jumper, nothing but the bottom of the net for Olivia Pollard, her first basket. Last year, Pollard was at the University of Washington. She just averages over 9 a game. This is a very good defensive team, the Broncos. They won the first meeting between these two, 80-66. They lead the all-time series, 34-27. Sam Ashby, first basket of the game for the Tigers. Ashby had 13 in the first meeting between these two. And Ashby commits the foul down on this end. Her first personal, first team foul. Heel is one of 4 players on this team from Australia. Well, it's a nice pass. That's going to be an offensive foul, and that was an easy call. Olivia Pollard picks up her first personal. Heel's going to pick up full court. Ashby guarding tightly by Maldonado. Gets the screen from Elliott. Ashby needs some help, picked up her dribble. Richardson drives, cut off. Ashby with the shot clock under 10. Little floater, back iron. Elliott with a strong rebound and the putback. Liz Elliott, the team's leading rebounder, has her first points. It was a strong board, a nice putback. Get Liz going from the field. She's just 6 for her last 19 in the previous 2 games combined. Hill switches to the left. Last touch by Pacific. It'll be Santa Clara basketball. Reset the shot clock to 20. Played 3.5 minutes in this first quarter. We're all tied up at 4, and an early substitute, Laura Edmondson, a sophomore, number 13, will come on. Lexi Pritchard also will come into the game. Head coach Bill Carr in his 7th season going to his bench early. Pritchard beyond the arc. Into the paint, off the glass, lays it up and in. Nice move, paying instant dividends right off the bench. She didn't play the first 2 times these teams met. Ennis tried to shovel it to Elliott. It'll remain Tigers basketball. We've got 14 on the shot clock. This is one of 4 contests tonight in the WCC. Liz for 3, back iron. Boy, she's really struggled shooting from the field these last few games. Just 8 for 25 coming into this one. She's been doing a great job of getting to the foul line. A lot of contact. Edmondson comes away with it. Pollard buries the 3. First 3 of the game. She has 5 of the 9. 5-point lead. Now it's going to be an offensive foul. Araki draws it. Rosie Schweitzer, redshirt junior, number 4, will come on for head coach Bradley Davis. Also checking into the lineup is number 20, Erica Adams, a junior out of Oakland. Coming off a strong game against Pepperdine, beg your pardon. She had 9 points. Hill drives baseline. Double team. Trying to get it inside. The pass is knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Bronco basketball. Nearly halfway through this first quarter. He'll double team once again. Pritchard left open in corner 3. Ashby skies for the rebound. Behind the back. Inside to Schweitzer with the left, lays it up and in. Nice entry pass from Sam Ashby. Schweitzer off the bench into the scoring column. She had a career high 18 the last time these two met. Inside, poked away from Edmondson, and it's a turnover. 3-on-3. Air ball from Smith on the 3-point attempt. Schweitzer, baseline J. And going after a miss, she commits the loose ball foul. That'll be the first on Rosie. That's the 3rd team foul on Santa Clara. Beg your pardon, on Pacific. We've got a media timeout with 4:09 to play here in the first quarter. Broncos leading it by 3. We'll go ahead and keep it here, and we'll let you know about joining PAF to make a direct and lasting impact on the future of our student athletes at Pacific and beyond. Support our teams and elevate the competitiveness of Pacific athletics through the Impact Fund and receive exclusive PAF benefits and access to PAF events. For more information, visit joinpaf.org. And make sure to follow your Tigers on social media at Pacific Tigers through our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts to get the inside scoop on what's new in Tiger athletics. Pacific trailing it by 3. As I mentioned earlier, this is one of 4 contests happening tonight in the WCC. LMU and San Diego just tipped off. It's Pepperdine at BYU, and then a little bit later, St. Mary's is hosting USF. Pacific a little bit cold from the field through these nearly first 6 minutes of the opening quarter. Just 3 for 12, 25%, and 0 for 3 from beyond the mark. Meanwhile, Santa Clara have come out shooting it very well. 4 for 8 from the field, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Following the timeout, Cecilia Holmberg, number 11. The junior out of Sweden will check in for Pacific. She's the team's leading scorer off the bench at 7.5 points per game this season. And number 22, Chade Kadee, a junior out of Melbourne, has come on for the Broncos. Both coaches substituting freely here in this opening quarter. 3 on the way. Boy, that is a good rebound by Erica Adams, climbing the ladder. Up ahead to Ashby now. Holmberg puts it on the floor. Kicks it out to Adams. It's a nice screen from Schweitzer. She's rejected inside. Shot clock down to 5. Smith into the lane, just got to throw it up and gets it to go. There's Smith. Her first 2 points, the deficit is 1, so a quick 4-0 run out of the timeout. Good composure that time with Smith with the shot clock winding down. Pretty move by Pritchard. Pritchard's second field goal, senior out of Wesleyan, Oregon. There's another one who's coming back from an injury, played just 4 games a year ago. Cecilia Holmberg comes off the bench firing, knocks down the first 3 of the game for the Tigers. Got her feet set, squared up, knocked it down, all knotted up at 11. Trying to answer Edmondson on an offensive rebound, and then a turnover. Broncos do a nice job of getting back. Smith still takes it all the way, goes glass, lays it in. Good job by Liz Smith. Mentioned earlier, she's been struggling from the field, so she's going inside the paint. Best thing for a shooter is to see that ball go through the hoop. Gives them a lot of confidence in taking it to the hole. Hudgens drives. Rejected inside is Edmondson. Good defense that time for Pacific. Smith with the left, yes! Liz Smith now with 6 in the quarter. And the Tigers now with a 4-point lead. (11-3) run by Pacific. 3 on the way. Kadee in and out, heartbreak. Last touch by Santa Clara. The Broncos on the floor couldn't save it from going out of bounds. Elliott will return. Katie Deaton, number 1, a junior out of Wisconsin, will come on for Pacific. And Anaya James checks in. She has missed 3 straight games prior to this one. Hadn't played since January the 26th. She is the team's second leading scorer. Holmberg, nice up and under move. She has 5 points off the bench, and the lead is now 6. Pritchard gets the screen from Pollard. Here's Heel. 9 times this year she has been the freshman of the week in the conference, as Edmondson has her first 2 points here in the quarter. The deficit is 4 for Santa Clara. Elliott, nice entry pass, lays it in. That was a nice feed from Erica Adams. Right now, Pacific is doing a great job of pounding the basketball inside and getting a lot of layups. Maldonado. Oh, I don't know. I think that last went off of Edmondson, and that is a correct call. Good job by the refereeing crew getting together, identifying, and changing that call. As you can see right there, good hands from Elliott. Sean Martin, Danielle Johnson, and Darren Kershesnik are our referees here this evening. So the shot clock is off, and the Tigers can hold for the final shot of the quarter. James into the front court. Deaton lays it in. Katie Deaton's first field goal. The lead is 8. Did she beat the horn? Yes, she did. Tess Heel just beats the buzzer for her first 2 points of the quarter, but it's been as well as Sam Ashby. So very good scoring, especially off the bench. The bench contributed 9 points for the Tigers in that first quarter. Santa Clara shot 47% from the field in that first quarter, just, however, 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. Either team attempted a free throw. Blocked inside. Excellent defense by Cecilia Holmberg. Santa Clara was led by Olivia Pollard in that first quarter. She had 5. Lexi Pritchard contributed 4, as did Edmondson and Heel, along with Maldonado. Elliott double team. Holmberg able to track it down. James for 3, yes! Anaya James, second 3 of the game for the Tigers, and that is a good sign for Anaya James. Prior to the injury, she had been scoreless in the previous 2 games, shooting a combined 0 for 10. Katie Deaton, 3-on-3. Holmberg for 3. Ooh, had a good look. Could have increased the lead to double digits. It remains 9. Rocky kind of with a hesitation dribble. Spin move won't go. Looked like she almost carried it. Pacific head coach Bradley Davis was looking for a carry, and we want to congratulate him. Just picked up his 100th career victory earlier this week for Pacific. He is the 3rd coach to do so in school history in his 8th season here in Stockton. Holmberg. Fade away, yes. Boy, Cecilia Holmberg is feeling it in this first half. She has 7 points to lead all Tigers players. First double-digit lead of the game, it's 11. Deaton comes up with a block of Heel. Deaton. James, 3. Maldonado quickly into the front court now for Santa Clara. Heel throws it up, perhaps looking for a foul, won't get it. Good defense. Elliott makes one defender miss, and it rolls out. That looked like it was halfway down. Gets her own rebound, ends up on her backside, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Haraki whistle for her first personal. So Liz Elliott will head to the foul line, the sophomore, shooting 50% from his charity stripe this season. First team foul on Santa Clara here in the second quarter. In and out heartbreak on the first attempt. First free throw attempt for either side. Would have been a violation. Maldonado was in the lane early, but Elliott gets the free throw to go. She splits a pair. The lead is 12, largest of the game for Pacific. Maldonado has it poked away from Deaton. Haraki now. Pollard will swing it to Pritchard. Trying to James with the steal. She leads this team in that category. Well, that is a beautiful fast break, and the finish by Liz Elliott. Boy, the Tigers right now are clicking on all cylinders. They lead it by 14-7, 22 to go here in this first half. Well, they have won 3 in a row, and you can tell their confidence is building. They are in search of their 4th victory in a row this season. It would be their longest since the end of the 2021 when they won 5 in a row. And don't miss your chance at Pacific Athletics Store. New monthly offer with 20% off all long sleeve t-shirts through February the 28th. Visit PacificTigers.com to get your order in today. Boy, today you definitely did not need a long sleeve shirt here in Stockton. Got up to about 65 degrees. Absolutely fantastic. Guess you could say winter's day, it's still mid-February, early February. Santa Clara now shooting just 35% from the field. They are 7 for 20, and right there, as you can see, James with the steal. Got it up ahead to Ashby. And Elliott with the finish. Textbook fast break layup off of the turnover. And during this 3-game winning streak, the Tigers giving up just 62 points a game. On the season, They allow 70, so their defense is a large reason why they have on this current 3-game winning streak. Pacific shooting it still at 50% from the field, 13 for 26, 2 for 7 from beyond the arc. They have 18 points in the paint. They lead it by 14. They're currently on a 25-7 run. They trailed by 4 midway through the first quarter. Maldonado has it poked away by Liz Smith. Haraki. And she'll lay it in. Her first 2 points. She's a 2-year starter. Deaton, tough shot. Gets it to go. It just crawled over the rim. Once again, the Tigers working inside, and it's paying off. Great help defense by Ashby. However, she can't save it from going out of bounds, but that is outstanding help defense from Sam Ashby, the senior out of Perth, Australia. Between these two teams combined, 6 players from Australia, 4 for Santa Clara, 2 for the Tigers. 17 on the shot clock, 6:33 to go in the game. Haraki out of San Jose to Archbishop Mitty High School. Poked away by Liz Smith, and another turnover. I'm going to say Maddie Ennis double dribbled, so Pacific gives it right back. I did not see it. Ennis, along with head coach Bradley Davis, don't exactly agree with that call. Bradley Davis. He also spent a lot of time overseas, Sweden, South Africa. So he played 6 different sports, including cricket. Oh, there's a nice 3-ball for Haraki. She now has 5 quick points here in the quarter. The lead is 11. Smith, well, they would have counted had it gone. Tess Hill picks up her first personal, second team foul on Santa Clara. Anna Johnson, number 4. Junior from Manhattan Beach comes on for the Broncos. Smith misses the first. She's been doing a great job of getting to the foul line in the last 3 games. 31 attempts. It's over 10 a game. 1 of 2. Pacific now 2 for 4 as a team from the foul line. They lead it by 12. Here is Heel, who averages over 16 a game, just 2 so far here in this first half. She's going to launch a 3, in and out, won't go. Fight for the loose ball rebound, a lot of contact. Looked like Johnson might have been over the back of Ashby. No call. Ashby whistle for a travel. So we'll give it back to the Broncos with 5:41. And with a stop in action, Erica Adams will come back on the floor. She will replace Katie Deaton. Heel. Johnson's going to launch a 3. Oh, that's a nice rebound by Smith, but she's got to take it away from Haraki. Heel triple teamed. Haraki for 3. And another offensive rebound. Ashby quickly on Heel. Pollard drives. A lot of contact. It's going to be a blocking foul. Ashby was trying to take the charge. First team foul, however, that's the second on Ashby, so she will exit. Katie Deaton will take her spot.
One free throw coming for Santa Clara at the line of 5.
In and out, I guess. I did not see it, but the basket counted. However, Pollard missed the free throw. Remains a double-digit lead with 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. Adams, pull-up J, yes. Adams' first 2 points. Very balanced scoring for Pacific here in this first half. They don't have anybody in double figures. Pollard won't go. Rosie Schweitzer with a nice rebound, clears some space. Deaton, three-pointer in stride. Front iron, long rebound comes out to Adams. Takes it right to the rim, lays it up and in. Adams back-to-back hoops. Once again, the lead is 14. It looks like she's awfully close to carrying it. Second team foul, first personal on Katie Deaton. Holmberg, Elliott, they will return for Pacific. Edmondson to the line for Santa Clara. Junior Adam Melbourne is a very good free throw shooter, 82% on the season. Back iron on the first one. 2 points here this evening. She's been playing very well of late. She is in double figures in 6 out of her last 7 games, including 14 against Portland on Saturday in a loss. Broncos coming off a home loss to Portland, and you wonder if they had a little bit of a letdown after knocking off Gonzaga the previous game and handing the Zags their first conference loss. Elliott at the elbow. Deaton, pull up Jay from the foul line. Follows up her own miss. We're going to have a kicking violation called against Santa Clara. Ashley Maldonado will return for head coach Bill Carr. Holmberg shuffled her feet. Turnover gives it back to the Broncos with 3:30 to play here in the first half. Pollard beyond the three-point arc. Here's Heels had a very quiet first half. Into the lane. Can't get it to go. Elliott. Holmberg. He was rejected inside by Pollard. Maldonado quickly into the front court. It's the trailing Edmondson, who thought about a three. Turned it down. Shot clock at 10. Maldonado guarded closely by Adams. Launching a three and way off is Edmondson. Trying to get it inside was Smith, a force and a turnover. Pritchard, Maldonado. Pritchard picks up her dribble. Maldonado launches a three. It's a good box out by Holmberg. Under 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Elbow jumper from Elliott, yes. 5 in the quarter, 9 in the half. She leads all Tiger scores. Nice job just squaring up, knocking it down. 15 is the lead, the largest of the half for Pacific. Going to be a blocking foul whistle against Liz Smith. Second personal on Liz Smith, third team foul against Pacific. Anderson Schweitzer, along with James, will return to the lineup. Heel with the left. First points of the second. He has just 4 in this first half. Tigers have done a very nice job of bottling her up. Averages over 16. Deaton with the screen from Ennis. Nearly traveled. Ennis hits the baseline jumper. Maddie's into the scoring column. 40 seconds to play here in this first half. Maldonado getting it inside to Edmondson. Like a shot hit the bottom of the backboard. Now about a 3-second differential from game clock to shot clock. James with 10 on the shot clock now. 3, no. Ennis. 4. Got to get it off. And Deaton does a great job of beating the horn, lays it up and in. It'll count. And the Tigers lead it by 17. It's their largest lead of the game, and you can make the case that was their best first half of the season. 20 minutes in the books. Don't go anywhere, folks. Second half action coming up your way shortly.
Chase Chevrolet has been winning California business
since 1944.
Get a little Stocktonian in you.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Jamie, and we're owners of Smitty's Wings and Things here in Stockton.
As a former pro football player, Steve Smith knows about winning.
Football and business is about teamwork.
When they needed a new Tahoe for their business, a winning drive from the team at Chase Chevrolet was just a few clicks away.
And then delivered our car the next day, so it was very easy. I would do it again.
There's no competition.
Chase Chevrolet.
Buy into it.
Fans, let's give it up one more time for your Tiger Dancers.
The 2021 Summer Fellowship was a way for students to research the university's history. I was really interested in the idea of placemaking. I thought that exploring sites of interest on the campus would be a way to kind of deepen our relationship to the values that the university has. So in 5 weeks, students came up with a theme, they designed the look of the app, and then they coded and built an app that was published on the App Store and the Google Play Store. So it's a completely start to finish published app, which is an extraordinary amount of work for 6 students to accomplish in 5 weeks.
I thought it was a great opportunity to apply both my computer science skill into the technological parts of the project and also what I love about history as well. And I jumped on the opportunity pretty much right away, pushed my application in, and yeah, and voila, here I am.
It seemed like a good way to merge those interests of history and scholarship and learning about the place that we share with my interest in technology and the cutting-edge augmented reality field.
Initially, we did a lot of research and went down to the archives, looked in files, read old newspapers, and then from that, the theme began to emerge. And we decided to make an app that would be a walking tour, take people through the campus history of these different types of activism that had happened here.
When we were taking them on the sites and the exhibits, they were able to relate to it because they remember, oh, it's the Spirit Rock. It's the rock we rode on the other year, you know, to kind of voice our opinions, and then learning more about the existence of it and what it was actually created for and when it was gifted to us, and all of its history just made them feel more connected.
Learning how to build an app was probably the most unique skill, probably the skill that I never really anticipated that I would learn. Building an app using Unity, which is a game engine, I helped create an app, and that was huge. That was never something that I thought was in the cards learning while I was pursuing my history major.
We have music majors, we have poli-sci majors, we have students from different majors in this fellowship. It's the 6 of us, and we all kind of shared each other's discipline and contributed our own to make this project happen. But it also taught me how to use my skill set to connect with them, but learn their skill set to make my work better. And I feel like that's something I can apply in the real world for my career or anything like that.
We are about to start the second half. Lexi Pritchard is going to get the start here. So it'll be Pritchard, Pollard, Heel, Haraki, Maldonado. Tigers basketball to begin this second half. Elliott double teamed inside. Nice shuffle pass to Ennis, and she lays it up and in. Maddie Ennis. Good start to the second half. The lead is 19, the largest of the game for the Tigers. Maddie, season low 9 minutes in the last game against Pepperdine, who was in foul trouble. She was also not feeling very well. It's going to be an offensive foul against Olivia Pollard, her second personal. And the Tigers defense picks up right where it left off in that first half. Santa Clara, their season low is 61. And right now, they're not even halfway there. Turnover gives it right back. Pritchard. She'll wait for some help. Heel now. She's been in double figures 23 of the 25 games for Santa Clara. Pollard launches a long three. That wasn't even close. Santa Clara now 2 for 13 from behind the line. Ashby might have tweaked her ankle. Perhaps something to keep an eye on. Richardson. A little too tight belly by Pritchard. Will be whistled for the foul. That's her first personal, and Ashby is going to exit. Erica Adams will come on. She had 4 points in that first half off the bench for the Tigers. Adams at the elbow. Try to go up and under. It's forced into a difficult shot. Maldonado into the front court. Maldonado into the paint. Maldonado left-hand layup won't go, but a whistle. She'll go to the line to shoot two. That's the first personal against Erica Adams. Second team foul against Santa Clara. Beg your pardon, first team foul against Pacific. Santa Clara has 2 team fouls. Ashley Maldonado will go to the line to shoot two. Drops home the first one, her 3rd point of the game. 74% free throw shooter. She's been a part-time starter this year. Gets them both. Full court pressure by Santa Clara, easily broken by Pacific. Richardson drives, cut off. Smith thought about a 3. Knocks it down, sidestep. Launched a 3, nailed it. Her first 3 of the game. She's in double figures. She shoots it beyond 40% from beyond the arc. One of the top 3-point shooters in the conference. Pollard elbow J. Swishes it home. Olivia Pollard with 9. Leads all Broncos scores. Natalie Davis called a timeout. He saw Ennis was in some trouble. Hey, Tiger fans, why don't you make it a full day of Tigers basketball this Saturday, starting with the women's game against San Francisco at 4 p.m. It's senior day, the final home game of the season for the Tigers. This game will be in recognition of breast cancer awareness, so make sure to wear pink. And stay for the men's game as the Tigers face off against San Diego at 7 p.m. in celebration of Black History Month. And we'll conclude with a post-game autograph signing. Can't make it to the game? Catch the action streaming on the WCC network and on radio at Fox Sports 1280 with Zach Bayruti and Bob Thomason. You can also download the Pacific Tigers app to be able to follow all your Pacific Athletics on the go. Pacific Athletics app is free through the App Store and is available on all iPhone and Android devices. Yeah, the Tigers will wrap up their home part of the schedule on this Saturday, and then their final 3 games will be on the road at Gonzaga, at Portland, and then they'll finish up the season at St. Mary's. And then it'll be on to the West Coast Conference tournament in Las Vegas. Right now, seeding a lot of jockeying going on between USF, Santa Clara, and St. Mary's and Pacific. 4 teams separated by just half a game. Following the timeout, Pacific basketball, 22 on the shot clock, 7:34 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pacific has pretty much been in control about midway through that 1st quarter. 2-3 zone for Santa Clara. Inside to Elliott. One dribble, rejected inside. Haraki able to track it down before it goes out of bounds. Quickly up ahead to Maldonado. Pritchard. Haraki for 3. Yes, she drains it. Top of the key, Ashley Haraki, her second 3 of the game. She's a good 3-point shooter, 38% from beyond the arc, and a turnover. Maldonado will pull up. 5 quick points now for Santa Clara. Maldonado's second field goal of the game. Lead down to 13. Richardson's got to get it across. Just does. Inside to Elliott. A lot of contact. Lays it up and in. She's in double figures with her first 2 points here in the 3rd quarter. Just a strong move. One dribble and right over Pollard, the sophomore. Pritchard with the left, in and out. There's a good rebound by Liz Smith, and she's fouled. It'll be a loose ball foul against Santa Clara. Third team foul against the Broncos, second committed by Lexi Pritchard. Richardson will leave along with Adams. Ennis. And Liz Smith, so wholesale changes here by Bradley Davis. And another turnover. Maldonado behind the back. Kicks it out to Heel. Puts it on the floor. Cut off by Ashby. That's great defense by Sam Ashby. Pritchard to a cutting Heel. Lays it in. She now has 6. James into the front court. Picks up the dribble. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Ashby for 3. Yes! Second 3 of the quarter for the Tigers. Ashby now with 5. Good patience that time by Pacific. They make up the Broncos pay. Lead back up to 16. And Nia picks up her first personal. That will send Heel to the foul line for the first time here tonight. Santa Clara as a team just 3 for 5, so these 3 free throw attempts, 6 and 7 on the evening. Heel's an 83% free throw shooter. She had 14 points in the first matchup between these two. One shot remaining. She now has 4 in the quarter, 8 in the game. Santa Clara perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line here in the third quarter. And Ashby is fouled by Haraki. Ashley Haraki. That'll be 2 personals on the sophomore. 14 fouls now on Santa Clara. Ashby looking for back-to-back 3s. That won't go. Oh, that is a strong rebound from Holmer. Goes straight up. Can't get it to go. Has it poked away by Haraki. Heel. Good defense by James. And then tied up James and Heel. Possession arrow points to Santa Clara. Under 5 to play. We've got a media timeout. We'll step aside. Tigers leading it by 14 here in Stockton.
At this moment, in Stockton, Sacramento, and San Francisco, a University of the Pacific student has made a decision to learn, live, and lead with purpose in mind. Here, it's all about moments that change lives, families, communities, economies, the world. At University of the Pacific, these moments give life purpose. They give us purpose, too. After all, we share one future. Join us, University of the Pacific.
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spano Center. Dennis Ackerman with you. Tigers leading it by 14, just under 5 minutes to play. And it'll be Santa Clara basketball following the timeout. Heel will inbound baseline for the Broncos. Haraki. Ashby with the turnover. Ashby coast to coast. Ooh. Elliott hits the deck hard. It'll be Santa Clara basketball. So Liz Smith's going to come back in for Pacific. Olivia Pollard will check back in for Santa Clara. James will leave for Pacific. And Hudgens will exit for Santa Clara. Pollard for three, yes. Olivia Pollard starting to heat up. She now has 5 in the quarter, 12 to lead the Broncos. Ashby going to try to answer with a corner three ball, and she does indeed. Her second of the quarter. She now has 8. Hill now in double figures for the Broncos. Elliott inside, double team, doesn't matter, lays it up and in. Well, this one is just back and forth, back and forth. For Santa Clara, though, you cannot trade baskets. You got to get some stops, and right now you simply cannot. Pollard's going to try another three. Elliott first from behind, that's going to be a loose foul whistle against Santa Clara. It'll be Pacific basketball. Let's see who they get this one on. It's going to be against Ashley Haraki. Sophomore picks up her 3rd personal. Pritchard's going to come back in. Edmondson will head to the bench for Santa Clara. She leaves with 3 points. Pacific is in the bonus, and that will send Liz Smith to the line. She's 1 for 2 this evening. This is an 82% free throw shooter. Gets the first one. She's the team's leading scorer at over 14 a game, but over the last 6 games, she's up that to 17 a game. 3 for 4 from the line is Smith now. Lead back up to 16. Pritchard, that's going to be a 2, hit the side of the backboard. Smith able to track it down. 1 on 3, so she's going to wait for some help. Skip pass to Deaton. And it'll remain Tiger basketball with 3:17 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Smith will trigger it in. Holmberg had a wide open look. It's a little bit too strong. Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul. And that is the 3rd personal against Liz Elliott. So now the referees are going to huddle up and discuss something. There was Sean Martin who wanted to talk it over with his fellow refs. While we do that, Maddie Ennis is going to come back in for Pacific. Not sure what the discussion is all about. While they get things sorted out, we're going to tell you about Pacific's rescheduled Food Truck Fest in partnership with Visit Stockton is set for this Saturday between 5 and 7 p.m. Coming out to Stag Plaza before the men's game or stay after the women's contest to enjoy food provided by Hot Tender Station, Patrick's House Catering, and the Caljeros Grill. You can also sign up for Pacific Athletics e-newsletter on their website at pacifictigers.com to stay up to date with the upcoming slate of games and promotions. So I'm not sure what the review is about. Taking a look at the monitor down at the other end of the scorers table. While we do that, we'll give you some other scores around the West Coast Conference. LMU leading San Diego by 4. That's late in the 3rd quarter. BYU and Pepperdine in a low-scoring affair. BYU leading at 27-25. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter there. And in Moraga, St. Mary's up by 2 over USF when midway through the 2nd quarter. Pacific led it by 6 at the end of one, by 17 at halftime. And right now they lead it by 16. They are led by Liz Elliott, who has 13. Liz Smith has 12. It'll be Santa Clara basketball after all that. Full court pressure now by Pacific. Hill into the front court. Hill all the way, lays it up and in. She got the screen from Olivia Pollard. So after a quiet first half, Hill has 8 here in the third quarter alone, 12 overall. Inside to Elliott. A foul on the floor. Fouls on Jade Cadup. I think public address announcer said the foul was on Ashley Maldonado. It was not. It was on Jade Cadup. Ennis to the line to shoot 2. In and out and in on the first attempt. Abby's first trip to the foul line. 68% free throw shooter. Drops them both home. Kadi for 3. Too strong. Ashby with the rebound. Haraki trying for the steal. Instead, is going to pick up her 4th personal. Kind of a silly foul. She's got 3. It's in the back court. And now she's going to have to sit for quite a while. 2:26 to play her in the third quarter, and she picks up her 4th personal. And she sends Sam Ashby to the foul line, a 92% free throw shooter. Did not jinx her. Sam is now in double figures. Pacific a perfect 6 for 6 from the line here in the third quarter. Lead is 18, largest of the game. Hill gets the screen from Pollard. Back to Hill. She'll chuck up a 3. Drains it. It's Hill's first three-pointer of the game. Not a particularly great three-point shooter. She's at a 27%. Ooh! Crawled out on Liz Smith trying to answer. Pritchard. Maldonado left wide open. And the Tigers might have dodged a bullet right there. Good rebound from Deaton. Quickly into the front court. Inside to Elliott, left all alone. Oh, too strong. And then 2 Santa Clara players right there for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Elliott exits. Schweitzer returns. Edmondson back in the lineup. She'll replace Kadi. Here's Ashby, gets the screen from Schweitzer. With the left, won't go. Schweitzer with the rebound. Last touch by Santa Clara. Tigers basketball. 7 on the shot clock. 74 seconds left in the third. Smith. Schweitzer. Liz, corner 3. That was last touch by Maddie Ennis. The Tigers will pick up full court. token pressure. 60 seconds now to play in the quarter. Hill with the left. Well, that's a nice looking move. Gets the foul and the bucket. She'll have a chance at a three-point play. Second personal on Katie Deaton, third team foul. Hill 2 for 2 from the line. Now she's 3 for 3. 14 in the quarter, 18 overall to lead all scores. Lead is down to 12. It was once 20. Deaton, nice pass inside to Schweitzer, who lays it up and in. Boy, that was a pretty feed from Katie Deaton. Schweitzer's first points here in the second half. About a 2-second differential shot clock to game clock. He'll try to shuffle it over to Edmondson. Instead, it's a turnover. Game clock down to 10. Now it's at 8. Smith with 5, picks up the dribble. Ennis with 3. Tries to skip pass with Ashby. That's a 2, won't go. The Tigers continue to lead it by double figures, 65-51. 10 minutes left to go in this one from the Alex G. Spanos Center. Tigers 10 minutes away from extending their winning streak to 4 and leapfrogging Santa Clara in the West Coast Conference standings. Elliott back in to start this fourth quarter. Here's Deaton along with Ennis. Ashby with Smith. Ennis double teamed, looking for some help, forces it up. Elliott with the offensive rebound, front iron no, tries to tap it out, but taps it right to Heald. Pollard, Heald, Edmondson, too strong, Pritchard, and Maldonado. Those are the 5 for the Broncos. Up ahead to Ennis. Well, that's a nice catch, lays it up and in. Boy, that is a beautiful feed, a nice catch by Ennis. In one motion, laid it up and in. And the lead is back to 16. And you can see Hill never even saw the pass. Hill tries to bank home a 3, and it was not open. Smith, Ashby. Yes! Ashby cooking here from beyond the three-point arc in the second half. That is her third. Credit Liz Smith with the assist. The lead is back to 19. It was 20 at one point. Maldonado. Here's Heel now. And another turnover. Ashby pull up Jay. Boy, she is feeling it. Sam Ashby. 13 here in the second half. She now has 15. She had 13 the last time these two squared off. Well, this is a huge offensive contribution. This is just the second time she's been in double figures in the last 7 games. Timeout, Santa Clara. Pacific, their biggest lead of the night, 72-51. And we'll go ahead and keep it right here. We'll get this last promo in read for you. And tickets are now available to purchase in the Pacific Tigers section to follow the men's and women's basketball teams to Las Vegas for this year's WCC tournament. To learn more about how you can reserve your tickets, call the Pacific box office at 209-946-2474. Broncos right now shooting just 40% from the field. Credit that Pacific defense. And the Tigers shooting at just over 49%. Tigers really heating up from beyond the three-point arc. They're now 6 for 16. Meanwhile, Santa Clara really struggled from three-point land. Just 5 for 21, just under 24%. Yes, little girl, you read all about your Tigers. They are playing very well right now. Pacific plus 10 In points in the paint, 34-24 advantage over Santa Clara. And Pacific has scored the first 7 points here in this fourth quarter and blow it open. 21-point lead. Cassidy Johnson, number 0, checking in for the first time for the Tigers. She is appearing in just her 6th game of the season. Playing defense right now against Pollard, who takes her inside. Little left-hand jump hook. Ashby, can she continue it? No. Johnson. Oh, it rolls out. That would have been her first 2 points of the season. Good work on the glass by Cassidy Johnson, but couldn't finish. Hill thought about a 3. Pollard. Hill. Drive baseline with 10 seconds. Went off her foot. Goes to the floor. Pollard with 5. Hiraki with 2. She is rejected, and it's going to be a 30-second clock violation. Almost said 24. This is the college game. It's 30. Erica Adams is going to return to the floor. She is going to replace Katie Deaton. Santa Clara's magic number had been 69 when they held teams to 69 or below. They were 12-0. Johnson still looking for her first points of the season. She's 0 for 2. She's had a couple of good looks. Ennis whistled for over the back. It's going to be a loose ball foul and go back over to Santa Clara. Liz Smith is going to exit, and Nia James will come on for her. So a long way to go in this one. 6:44 to play. Played almost 3.5 minutes here in this fourth quarter. Santa Clara right now just 2 points on 1 field goal. And Hill quickly changes that. Her first 2 points of the quarter. Ashby ahead of the pack, lays it up and in. Ashby has 7 of the 9 Pacific points here in the fourth. Boy, Santa Clara, that's getting beat up the floor after a made basket. That is not very good. Olivia Pollard knocks down a 3. She has 17. 10 of those coming in the second half. Nice finish. Erica Adams. Her first points here in the second half. Up and under move. Last touch by, went off James. He was looking for the steal. Rosie Schweitzer is going to come back in. And she'll replace Cassidy Johnson. Played well. Getting a cup of coffee appearance. Broncos basketball, 12 on the shot clock. Jade Cadiz is going to come back in. She'll replace Lexi Pritchard, who leaves with 4 points. And a whistle. That's against Maddie Ennis. Ball wasn't even inbounded. Maldonado inside, left hand. Nice move. Pretty finish by the sophomore. Her first points here in the fourth quarter. Schweitzer can't put it back home. Oh, don't leave her open. Pollard, yes. Olivia Pollard's got a new season high. That's 20. The lead down to 13. It was as many as 21. Halfway through this fourth quarter, Ashby can't get the reverse layup. An opportunity to cut the deficit to 11, perhaps 10. Maldonado gets the screen from Pollard. Pollard. Schweitzer does a nice job closing out. Heel gets the screen from Pollard. Heel trips and falls, and she travels, and that's the right call. Tough break. Turnover gives it back to the Tigers with 4:36 to play. Nursing a 13-point lead, searching for their fourth consecutive victory. Inside to Schweitzer. Rosie rejected inside by Pollard. Pollard's going to be called for a third personal shooting foul. Now sends Schweitzer to the line. Schweitzer's first free throw attempts of the game. Been making a living at the foul line lately. Coming into this one in their last 5 games, 24 free throw attempts compared to just 3 in her previous 11 games. This is the front end. This is a pair. Only a pretty good free throw shooter at 74%. He'll step back. 2-pointer. James really turned it over. Double team. Ennis inside. She's also double team. Shot is short. Ashby, great hustle. They'll reset the shot clock. Side to Rosie. Oh, good fish. Ennis can't finish. It was a great pass from Schweitzer, who continues to work hard underneath, but she's rejected. Up ahead, Heel working against James. Good defense from James. She's going to be called for a foul. Holmberg, Deaton, and Smith will all return for the Tigers. Schweitzer, James, Adams will head to the bench. Edmondson comes back onto the floor for Santa Clara. Heel to the line. She can cut the deficit to single digits with 3:30 to play. First one rolls out. First miss of the night. She had made her previous 3. Gets the second one. She now has 23 in the game. Her season high is 28. She did that in her first college game against UC Santa Barbara. Deaton's in some trouble. Has it poked away. And then a loose ball foul. It's going to be whistled against Katie Deaton. Head coach Bradley Davis was trying to call timeout, but at that point, Deaton had lost possession of the basketball. So with 3:21 to go, it's just a 10-point game. It was 21 at one point. Heel. Can't get that one to go. Smith pushes the tempo. Ashby left alone. And she makes the Broncos pay. Sam Ashby. Her second 3 of the quarter, fourth 3 of the half. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Santa Clara calls the timeout with the Tigers leading by 13. So following the 30-second timeout, it'll be Santa Clara basketball. Boy, Sam Ashby has just been on fire here in this second half. 18 of her 20 in this second half. She's just 3 off of her season high. Under 3 minutes to play. Hiraki playing with 4 personals for the Broncos. Tries to go up and under. And it's an air ball, hit the bottom of the net. Here's Deaton now. And the clock is her ally. They lead it by 13. Holmberg, contact, won't go. Hill quickly pushes for Santa Clara, working one-on-one with Ashby. And that's going to be a blocking foul against Ashby. And I think that's a good call. You can make the case there was a foul at the other end of the floor. Ashby's 3rd personal. Ashby has 3, Liz Elliott has 3, Katie Deaton has 3. For Santa Clara, Hiraki has 4, and Pollard with 3. No other players in foul trouble for Santa Clara. Well, if you're the Broncos, this is just what the doctor ordered. Try to cut into that deficit with no time coming off the clock. And you're sending Hill to the line, an 83% free throw shooter, and she gets the first one. She split a pair moments ago. She gets them both. She's now 6 for 7 from the line. Hill's just 3 away from her season high. The lead is 11. And right now, if you're the Tigers, the clock is your ally. Smith, nice move, a lot of contact. Can't get it to go, but she'll go to the line and shoot 2. That foul's on Maldonado. Just the 3rd team foul committed by Santa Clara here in the 4th quarter. Talking to head coach Riley Davis before the game, I said, what has been the key for Smith getting so many free throw attempts in these last 3 games? Boy, the net hardly rippled on that first one. She's just been doing a great job attacking the basket. Hasn't been shooting it particularly well from the field, but she's doing a great job of attacking and getting to the foul line and taking advantage. She's an 82% free throw shooter, and she's 5 for 6 here tonight. And it's a 13-point lead with 120 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. Looked like Katie Deaton tripped over her own feet, and somehow she's whistled for a foul. And that's her 4th personal. Mariah Hudgens will come back in for Santa Clara. Maldonado to the line. She's 2 for 2. This is the front end. One of 2 for Ashley Maldonado. Adams will come in, Deaton will leave. Katie exits with 4 personals. Adams into the front court. Adams has played well. 6 off the bench, shows Holmberg all the way, lays it up, it won't go. Hiraki launches a long 3. Loose ball foul underneath. That's going to be against Heel on Santa Clara. It'll be a loose ball foul. Tess Heel, second personal called against the freshman. It's their 3rd team personal, first in the last 2 minutes. Tigers do a nice job of breaking the full court press. Pacific can just milk this shot clock, which is down to 10. Holmberg. Coach Bradley Davis right in front of me simply went to his knees. He couldn't believe that call. Let's see if we can get a replay here. Boy, that looks like Hiraki's still moving. That's Cecilia Holmberg whistled for the offensive foul. It's her first personal. Tigers with a 12-point lead with 60 seconds left in this one. Hill attacks, picks up the dribble, banks it in. Timeout, Bill Carr, Broncos. I believe they're going to also add some time back to the game clock. So yeah, so at 1.5 seconds, so we'll have 54.2. Tigers leading it by 10. Pacific with 2 timeouts remaining, and Santa Clara has 2 as well. Tigers committed 5 team fouls here in the quarter. Santa Clara just 3. There you go. Get a little more excited. Pacific is leading this one by 10 on their way to their 4th straight win, barring a collapse here. Update you from other scores around the West Coast Conference. San Diego leading LMU late by 6. That one's late in the 4th quarter. BYU enjoying a 7-point lead over Pepperdine. That one's got about 3 minutes left in Provo. Second half just underway. St. Mary's and San Francisco USF with a 2-point lead in that one. Tigers trying to hold on here at the Alex G. Spano Center, leading it by 10. They have led most of the way. Their biggest lead was 21. Santa Clara actually jumped out to a 5-point lead to begin this game. Then late in the first quarter, Pacific took over, and they have never looked back since then. Ennis, Holmberg, Ashby, Smith, Adams, the 5 for the Tigers. Hill, Pritchard, Hiraki, Pollard, and Johnson, the 5 for Santa Clara. Adams will inbound for Pacific. Gets it into Holmberg. Well, if you're Santa Clara, you got to foul quickly. You're letting precious seconds tick off. Ashby, don't need to shoot that, but you can. In and out. Ashby, great hustle. Pull it back out. And that might be just all she wrote for Santa Clara. Great hustle from Ashby, who's had a wonderful game. 18 of her 20 coming here in the second half. Just 3 shy of her season high. Smith draws contact. She'll go to the line. 24 seconds is all that separates the Broncos from a loss and a Tigers' 4th straight win. Smith with 14 here this evening. Seven straight games now in double figures. First one in and out. Ooh, she misses them both. Don't see that very often. Hill's going to go all the way. Lay it up and in. Ashby fouled. That'll be 2 shots coming up from the senior. First foul on Johnson. Ashby's 2 for 2. Baker 3 for 3. She is as close to automatic as you can be at the foul line. Gets them both a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. As the final seconds will tick off the clock. Hiraki for 3. Nope. Out of bounds. inbounds with 0.7 seconds left. Santa Clara basketball. And that'll do it. The Tigers have now won 4 in a row as they knock off Santa Clara 83-73 here at the Alex G. Spano Center. With the win, your Tigers improved to 6-8 in the conference, 11-14 overall, and they move to 500 here at home. For Santa Clara, they fall to 5-8 in the conference, 14-12 overall, and they're now 4-6 away from home. And more importantly, Pacific leapfrogs Santa Clara in the standings. They now lead them by half a